Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. So recently I've had a lot of messages asking me to do a coming out video and I didn't even realize that I hadn't done one yet. My coming out was pretty weird because I used to start rumors about myself and I'd say all kinds of things and spread it around school. And I didn't really want to go through the whole telling each person and sitting them down and then telling them and having to do it with every single person that I know, because in high school I knew a lot of people. I was never one of those people with like close friends. I just had friends everywhere, and I walked around school being all awkward and gaunt because I was incredibly skinny in high school. So what I did was I got two girls, the biggest gossips in high school at the time, Selena and Sophie. I told them that I was gay, and I said to them the two words that you never tell a gossip. I said to them, do not tell anyone. And of course, it spread like wildfire. It was throughout the whole school by that afternoon. And because I had a friend back then who I've known for 15 years, when she found out, she told her mother, who told my mother, who confronted me about it. And obviously I said yes, and that's how the whole family found out, because my mother's kind of like the Spanish grapevine, and once she knows something, the whole family knows something. It's impossible to keep a secret. Her and her twin sister, really. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, everyone knew after I had managed to tell two people at school. Over, say, 300 people found out within 24 hours, which was great. So that was pretty easy. The only people who don't know are my grandparents, because they're a bit conservative Spanish, and there are reasons why you can't tell them, but I won't get into that. Anyway, Sophie, one of the girls who I told later on that she had a brother who was gay in one of the higher grades, this was in grade 10, and she told me to meet her outside the bathroom, one of the staff rooms, and I spent a whole lunch break there waiting, and all because she tricked me. And then she told me that she was just kidding. Well, actually, I don't think she even told me. I think she just decided to leave it be and never said anything. And then a couple of weeks later, it was in art, I'm pretty sure. We were doing our artwork pieces and all that, and she took my student diary and glued a self-pleasure ad, I'm pretty sure it was a vibrating dildo or something like that, onto the diary, and then sprayed like proper adhesive over that, so it'd be like next to impossible to get off, and it was almost next to impossible to get off, and everyone saw it. And back then, I was a really insecure child, and I was just come out, and that was really awkward, and people laughed at me and things like that. I mean, nowadays, if that had happened to me, I would just be like, whatever. I mean, who gives a shit? It's just a piece of paper. But back then, I practically died, and I couldn't believe she'd done it. I thought she was my friend, and she was always nice to me, but she always played these horrible pranks on me about being gay, and so that's the only real kind of bullying that I received in high school about being gay. Other than that, high school was really easy. In fact, after a while, people started going, oh, you know that tall gay guy? And that's how I was known throughout all of high school from grade 10 onwards. The tall gay guy. Or, who's the tall gay guy? Oh, you know that Spanish guy, Carlos. And they're like, oh yeah. No one really knew my name. People just knew me for, I suppose, the most prominent things about me. Not that I'm an overly flamboyant gay. I mean, I find that I'm more of a, I suppose, average gay, you could say. Like, I'm not all over the place, flaming butthole kind of gay, but I'm not exactly completely straight either. But yeah, so now you guys know how I came out. Not the most exciting story, but hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and please comment. If any of you had really different and weird sort of coming out stories, I'd like to hear about them. Or even just tell me about your coming out story, because I love hearing coming out stories. And tell me if it was hard for you. Because being Spanish, right, everything's kind of backwards. Like, normally in culture, and I'm not saying that it's specifically like that, but usually the mother has no issues with it whatsoever, and then the father's the one who's kind of like, oh, that's a bit weird, I'm not too happy about that. But in my family, my father, to my face, was basically like, yeah, whatever, and didn't really care, and we never really spoke about it. He even tried to give me the talk, if you know which talk I'm talking about, like, you know, the talk. Condoms and penises talk. But my mother, she had a really horrible reaction. I mean, I can't blame her because apparently it was a shock because she hadn't seen it coming. I mean, she only ever played Celine Dion and Barbara Streisand and ABBA when I was a child, so I mean, I can see why it would have been a really big shock, you know. Anyway, guys, I'll let you go, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Ciao for now.